Good evening, everyone. Today, I want to talk about something deeply transformative: shifting your focus inward, toward yourself, rather than outward, toward others. In this world where distractions and comparisons are abundant, the most profound journey you can undertake is the one within yourself. It's not just a philosophy, it's a way to harness the immense potential of your life. We often find ourselves caught up in the lives of others, what they are doing, achieving, or becoming. But have you ever paused and asked, what about me? What is the state of my inner self? The answer to that question holds the key to freedom, clarity, and true joy. The war you experience is not an absolute reality, it is a reflection of your inner state. Think of your mind and emotions as lenses through which you view life. If those lenses are clear, you see the world as it is, vibrant and full of possibilities. But if they are clouded with fear, anger, jealousy, or confusion, the world appears distorted, even hostile. This is not the world's doing, it is the projection of your inner world onto the outer reality. Consider this. When you wake up feeling happy, energetic, and peaceful, the day seems brighter, people seem kinder, and challenges feel manageable. But if you wake up burdened by stress, anger, or anxiety, even the smallest inconvenience can feel overwhelming. The same day, the same word, yet your experience is entirely different. The difference lies not outside but within you. Your inner world, your thoughts, emotions, and energy act as a magnet. If you carry positivity, clarity, and balance within, you attract harmony, success, and joy into your life. On the other hand, if your inner state is chaotic, it often manifests as external struggles, disarray, and dissatisfaction. Many people spend their lives trying to control or change their outer circumstances, believing that happiness lies in altering their surroundings. Better jobs, bigger homes, more recognition. Yet even when these external goals are achieved, lasting contentment often eludes them. Why? Because true contentment comes not from controlling the world, but from mastering your inner self. Imagine a lake with still, clear water. In its calmness, the lake reflects the surrounding mountains, sky, and trees perfectly. Now imagine the same lake disturbed by ripples and waves. The reflections become distorted, broken, and unclear. Your mind works the same way. A still, balanced mind reflects the beauty and truth of the world accurately. A restless, agitated mind distorts everything, creating illusions of conflict and unhappiness. This is why focusing inward is so vital. When you work on your inner state, through practices like self-reflection, mindfulness, or meditation, you cultivate clarity and resilience. You learn to respond to life challenges rather than react impulsively. You realize that while you may not control what happens outside, you have complete control over how you perceive and respond to it. The beauty of this approach is that when you transform your inner world, the outer world often begins to align with your inner peace. Relationships improve, opportunities appear, and life seems to flow more effortlessly. This is not magic, is the natural outcome of living in alignment with your true self. Your inner world is not just a personal sanctuary. It is the foundation of everything you create and experience. When you nurture and cultivate it, you unlock the immense potential to shape your life, not by chasing external changes, but by realizing that the world around you is simply a reflection of the one within. Comparison is an almost instinctive habit for many of us. From a young age, we are conditioned to measure ourselves against others, our siblings, classmates, colleagues, and even strangers on social media. It begins subtly with questions like, am I as good as them? Or why do they have what I don't? Over time, this habit can grow into a relentless cycle that drains our energy, diminishes our confidence, and most importantly, robs us of joy. When we compare ourselves to others, we are engaging in a flawed and unfair practice. Every person's journey is unique, shaped by different circumstances, opportunities, and challenges. Yet we often judge ourselves against an incomplete picture of someone else's life. For example, we may envy someone's career success without knowing the sacrifices they made to achieve it. We might admire someone's physical appearance without understanding the struggles they face internally. The comparison we make is rarely accurate, and it leaves us feeling inadequate. The danger of comparison lies in its ability to magnify what we lack while diminishing what we have. It creates a constant sense of insufficiency, making us blind to our own strengths, talents, and achievements. Instead of celebrating our progress, we focus on the gap between where we are and where we think we should be. This focus on what's missing not only steals our joy, but also saps our motivation to grow. The instinct, think of a flower blooming in a garden. It doesn't waste its energy worrying about whether it's taller than the one next to it or whether its petals are brighter. It simply blooms to its fullest potential, adding its own unique beauty to the world. Imagine if we lived like that, focusing on our own growth and flourishing in our own time, without the constant need to compare ourselves to others. Comparison also breeds envy, resentment, and discontent. When we measure our worth by someone else's achievements, we begin to see life as a competition rather than a journey. We may even start to wish for others to fail just so we can feel better about ourselves. This mindset not only harms our relationships but also poisons our inner peace. On the other hand, when we step away from comparison, we open the door to contentment and gratitude. Instead of looking outward for validation, we can turn inward and appreciate our unique path. We begin to recognize that our worth is not defined by how we measure up to others, but by our own efforts, values, and experiences. Focusing on our journey allows us to experience life fully without the burden of constantly trying to keep up. It helps us celebrate our successes, however small, and learn from our challenges without the pressure of competing. When we let go of comparison, we can find joy in the present moment, in who we are, and in the progress we are making. In truth, there will always be someone ahead of you in some way and someone behind you in another. Life is not a race or a ladder, it is a path that unfolds differently for each of us. The moment we stop comparing, we free ourselves to walk that path with authenticity, confidence, and happiness. Only then can we discover the true joy of simply being who we are. Our lives are shaped by where we direct our attention. Wherever we place our focus, we pour our energy into that area, nurturing it, amplifying it, and allowing it to grow. This principle, though simple, holds immense power. It determines not only what we achieve, but also the quality of our experiences and emotions. Imagine you're tending a garden. You have a limited supply of water, and you must decide where to direct it. If you focus on the weeds, watering them day after day, they will flourish and overtake the garden. But if you direct your water to the flowers and fruit-bearing plants, they will thrive, creating a space of beauty and abundance. The same principle applies to your mind and your life. What you nurture with your attention, whether positive or negative, will grow. In the modern world, distractions are everywhere, constantly competing for our attention. Social media, news cycles, endless notifications, all these fragments of information pull our focus in countless directions. Without awareness, we may find ourselves expending energy on things that neither fulfill us nor bring us closer to our goals. Over time, this scattered focus can leave us feeling drained, unproductive, and dissatisfied. Conversely, when you consciously direct your attention toward what truly matters, you align your energy with your intentions. This alignment creates momentum, clarity, and purpose. For instance, if you focus on improving your skills, building meaningful relationships, or nurturing your well-being, those areas of your life will naturally expand and improve. The energy you invest there will return to you in the form of growth, achievement, and contentment. It's also crucial to understand that where your attention goes emotionally is just as significant as where it goes mentally. If you dwell on anger, fear, or resentment, you're feeding those emotions, allowing them to consume you and color your experience of life. However, if you choose to focus on gratitude, kindness, and hope, you create an inner environment that fosters peace and joy. Growth. This principle is evident in how we handle challenges. When faced with difficulties, it's easy to fixate on what's going wrong, magnifying our sense of helplessness. But if we shift our attention to solutions, opportunities, or lessons we can learn, we reclaim our power and direct our energy toward positive outcomes. The challenge itself may not disappear, but our capacity to navigate it grows stronger. Another important aspect is that your attention doesn't just impact you, it influences those around you. When you focus on someone's strengths, you encourage and uplift them. When you focus on their faults, you create tension and distance. This dynamic applies in families, workplaces, and communities. By consciously directing your attention to what is good and uplifting, you contribute to an environment of positivity and growth. Practicing mindfulness is one of the most effective ways to take control of where your attention goes. By becoming aware of your thoughts and choosing where to focus, you can break free from the grip of distractions and negativity. It allows you to reclaim your energy and channel it into areas that align with your values and aspirations. Ultimately, energy flows where attention goes, and your life becomes a reflection of your focus. By choosing wisely, you can create a life filled with purpose, fulfillment, and joy. Every moment offers you a choice. Will you invest your energy in distractions, doubts, and negativity? Or will you direct it toward growth, gratitude, and positivity? The power is always in your hands, or rather, in your attention. The world you experience is not a fixed or objective reality. It is a mirror reflecting your inner state. Every interaction, situation, and emotion you encounter is colored by your thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions. This idea, while profound, is not just a philosophical concept. It is a practical truth that has the potential to transform how you live and interact with the world. Imagine two people standing in front of the same landscape. One sees beauty, tranquility, and opportunity, while the other sees harshness, emptiness, and difficulty. The landscape hasn't changed, but their inner worlds have shaped their perception of it. This simple example highlights how our minds and emotions create the reality we perceive. This reflection extends to your relationships. Have you ever noticed that when you are in a good mood, people seem friendlier, conversations flow effortlessly, and misunderstandings are rare? On the other hand, when you are stressed, angry, or anxious, even small interactions can feel tense, and conflicts seem to arise out of nowhere. This is not because the people around you have changed, but because your inner state influences how you perceive and engage with them. Your inner world not only affects how you see others, but also how others respond to you. When you exude confidence, kindness, and positivity, you naturally attract similar energy from those around you. People are drawn to individuals who reflect qualities they admire or desire. Conversely, if you project fear, insecurity, or hostility, you may find those emotions mirrored back to you in your interactions. The world is also a reflection of your beliefs. If you believe the world is unfair, you will unconsciously seek evidence to support that belief, focusing on injustices and difficulties. If you believe the world is full of possibilities, you will notice opportunities, solutions, and acts of kindness. This is not a matter of denying reality, it is about recognizing that your focus shapes your experience. This concept becomes even more powerful when you realize that what you criticize or admire in others often reveals something about yourself. For example, if you frequently judge others for being selfish, it may indicate an unresolved fear of selfishness within you, or perhaps a need to establish boundaries. Similarly, when you admire someone's generosity or strength, it reflects qualities within you that you value or wish to cultivate. Understanding that the world is a reflection of you empowers you to take responsibility for your experience. Instead of trying to change external circumstances, you can focus on transforming your inner world. By cultivating self-awareness, emotional balance, and a positive mindset, you change how you perceive and interact with the world, and in turn, the world responds to you differently. This idea is not about ignoring external challenges or denying the reality of hardship. It is about recognizing that your inner state determines your capacity to navigate those challenges. A calm, centered mind can find solutions where a restless, agitated mind sees only problems. A heart filled with gratitude can find joy even in difficult times, while a heart burdened with resentment struggles to find peace. Ultimately, the world is a canvas, and your inner state is the brush with which you paint your experience. When you cultivate peace, kindness, and clarity within yourself, the world becomes a reflection of those qualities. You begin to see beauty where others see flaws, possibilities where others see limitations, and connections where others see division. The reflection of your inner growth is not only seen in your life, but also in the lives of those around you, creating a ripple effect of positive change. In this way, the journey to transform the world begins with transforming yourself. When you understand that the world is a reflection of you, you realize that the most powerful way to change your experience is to change the one holding the mirror, yourself. In conclusion, we must recognize that the most profound and transformative power we hold lies within ourselves. The world we experience, the relationships we build, and the challenges we face are all reflections of our inner state. When we shift our focus inward, we begin to realize that we are the creators of our own reality. By choosing to focus on our growth, our peace, and our potential, we not only shape our lives, but also influence the world around us. Comparison steals our joy, draining our energy as we measure our worth against others. Instead, we must embrace our uniqueness, understanding that our journey is not a race, but a personal path of discovery and fulfillment. Energy flows where attention goes. And when we consciously direct our attention to what truly matters, our values, our passions, and our well-being, we begin to see our world transform, blossoming with new possibilities. The sight of this scares us. Ultimately, the world is a mirror, reflecting back to us the state of our hearts and minds. When we cultivate positivity, clarity, and love within ourselves, we see these qualities reflected in the world. We become agents of change, not by controlling the external world, but by mastering the world within. It is only by focusing on ourselves, not others, that we can truly create the life we desire and contribute to the collective good. So remember, the most important journey you will ever take is the one within. By choosing to focus on your own growth, to direct your attention to what nourishes you, and to understand that the world mirrors your inner world, you unlock the limitless potential that resides within you. When you change your inner landscape, you change your experience of the world, and in doing so, you create a life that is truly yours, full of purpose, joy, and fulfillment.